Right now, Kellogg's Special K Strong Feed Strong campaign is happening, and they've asked me to be a part of it and to share something very personal with you about where I feel like I've seen strength in my life. And the first thing I thought of was my chronic pain journey, which is funny because that's where I've been the weakest in my life, but I think that it's when you're suffering that you develop strength. I've dealt with chronic pain for over a decade now, and I haven't had to deal with it for the last while, and then it came back up again, and it was crazy to feel different about it, to feel like I actually recognized that it was a cycle this time, and I was not defining myself by the pain, and I wasn't letting myself just get washed away in it. I gave myself so much more grace this time and didn't compare myself to healthy people when I wasn't healthy. And I used to do that. I used to really beat myself up. I think as women in particular, we tend to compare ourselves with other people, and that includes our struggles. It's super easy for us to recognize strength in other people, but when it comes to ourselves, we don't usually think that we're strong. If we have any kind of trouble, then we're like, nope, weak. And that's just so wrong. One, because it's not fair. You should give yourself the same amount of grace and, I guess, admiration that you give other people when they're dealing with something really hard. And two, it's really important that you recognize what strength you have so that you can develop it and get out of a cycle of negativity. There's this crazy stat that Kellogg's found when they did a survey about what women think of strength in general, and it's that 8 of 10 women think that they haven't reached their full potential. So they're not strong enough, they're not good enough, and you know what? There is always room for improvement. That is absolutely true. But we need to be thinking about the improvement of our situation, not comparing ourselves to everybody else. Another thing that was in that survey was that women statistically view strength as being just as important as happiness, and I'm totally on board with that. I feel that way because to me, strength is a part of happiness. When I feel strong, when I feel capable, when I feel like I'm pushing through and really conquering something, that makes me feel more fulfilled as a person. I'm so glad to be part of this campaign that's talking about strength and recognizing your strength, not just comparing to everyone else or saying that there is one sort of level of strength and everyone needs to get there, but no, talking about you and how you can be stronger. And as part of this campaign, Kellogg's Special K has actually partnered with the UN program Girl Up, and they're going to educate 500,000 women on the importance of key nutrition in feeling strong, because what you eat, how you think, your mental health, and what you do for exercise, all of that factors in to how you can experience and show strength. And I hope you watching this will stop comparing yourself to everybody else and just take responsibility for cultivating your strength and being the best you, and you can have such an impact on everyone around you and yourself. I'm so glad you're here, and I'll see you tomorrow.